Hello, pioneers. Welcome to another Monday where we're going to be exploring an oldie but a goodie, Jund Citadel. Now, Jund Citadel hasn't placed too much recently on 5.0 lists. However, it did place in the past couple months. It's a lot more popular right now as Golgari Citadel, and I felt like when I was looking at this deck that it deserved to be able to be seen a lot. It was out a lot in 2021. But I still think that's like a really cool deck to visit, and then might also get better with some Dominaria United cards and whatnot. So let's go ahead and look over the Jund Citadel list that we're going to be using today. So this Jund Citadel list is a Bible list that placed about a month ago. It uses Bolas's Citadel at its heart to be able to enact the combo. The reason why we're running Jund is because it gives you access to Mayhem Devil. Mayhem Devil combos with the Citadel to allow you to sacrifice 10 non-land permanents for the opponent to not only lose 10 life, but also to take 10 damage from Mayhem Devil. The way that you're going to dig for your combo is you're going to use Priest of the Forgotten Gods. You're going to use Catacomb Sifter for Scribe, and you're going to essentially try to rotate through your deck, also using Collected Company to build an army to allow you to do nasty things. So you can either attack and get there with cards. It also has a backup Corvold as a backup win condition to allow you to go overhead and to be able to kill your opponent. But essentially you want to create a massive board to sacrifice the Citadel to essentially end your opponent. That is the deck that we're going to be using. We're going to go straight into play. We're going to first have it look at face it with Blue-Eye Control. Blue-Eye Control, this is pretty standard stock list. It is the 60 card version, not the Urian version. As you can see, some of the spicy additions that we have in here is Sphinx's Revelation for draw. And otherwise, it is a pretty common list for Blue-Eye Control. Afterwards, we'll also face off against the control list of Mono-White Humans. Mono-White Humans has easily replaced most of the humans list, including 4-color humans, which is what we featured last time, to be able to be the #1 humans list. Mostly because of cards such as Brave the Elements, which allows your humans to essentially escape a lot of damage and a lot of death. So let's go ahead and start off with Blue-Eye Control, and then we'll go on to aggro.
Having a little trouble with the camera here, folks. Just give us one second.
So we're just making the camera live. In the meantime, let me go ahead and tell you what we're going to be introducing next week. Next week, we're going to be introducing a new style segment that we're going to call the Gauntlet. The Gauntlet is going to be revisiting one of our decks that we've used. And we're thinking about making this be like another possible second stream that we can use so that we can have at least 7 streams a month. In the Gauntlet, we're going to revisit starting with Goblins next week, and with the new Goblin Lord, we're going to have a number of meta decks, and in the chat you guys will be able to vote to tell us which meta deck you'd like to watch Goblins face off, and so it'll be a very interactive show. So otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started now. I think we're
just about closed in here.
just about closing there.
Sorry.
No worries.
There we go.
Yeah. Now,
I think maybe
I love Jesse, because Jesse loves to spell Azorius.
Okay, now what's it supposed to be then? Smart guy?
Yeah, there's no second O.
Okay.
It's okay, I used to write it that way too. So, Azorius. It's like Cheerios.
Here, you know what? We're gonna make it correct. We're gonna make it blue-white, but it's also a little bit of blue. Control.
Ooh, we're gonna make it control.
Blue.
Control. My kids on the year that I taught in the pandemic, I would say hey, I want for you guys to turn to this page and do these problems. I put ooh after, so they're like, Mr. Bro,
You can't do that.
you can't do that. I'm like, so
That's illegal.
I made it bigger.
Oh no.
And they're like, And then they're like, how do you say that? It's like, ooh. It's like, no,
No.
stop it. You're not
No,
allowed.
no, it's not ooh. It's ooh.
Ooh. It's like, you're canceled, Mr. Grove. I'm like, cool. It's like, well, your assignment's not canceled, so get to
So get to it.
Ooh, right, yeah. They loved it. So, how you been this week, Jesse?
I've been pretty good. How about you been?
Lots and lots of things happening this week. Our union for our teachers came to a modest agreement with the district. I will again be able to live without looking at credit cards to stabilize my
That's
life.
good. That's
So
good.
that's good.
That's not bad when you can get there.
Yeah, not bad. Have my air conditioner fixed.
That's great.
Today, and just going out and living life, doing things like this. I saw this deck like about a month ago. I kind of like wish I had played it earlier, but things like Band Flash kept coming up, and
Band Flash is sweet.
Yeah,
Band Flash
Band
is way cooler than this day.
Goblins.
Goblin's way cooler than this day
Yeah,
too.
Jesse already
Monopoly?
is like, yeah.
I'm so hyped for the.
Aha, 3.
I'm so hyped
Suck it,
for
Jesse.
the revisit on
5.
Goblins. I think that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the cards locally, so I should be able to pick them up that day, and we should. I think we discussed essentially taking out. Let's see, we already got right.
I don't remember.
Okay,
If we're
here you
cheating, okay.
And,
If we're cheating on stream, we're doing it wrong.
okay.
Cheating on
That's-
stream for no prizes.
that's
seems
okay.
like the way to do it.
Sorry, one of our people is messaging. So.
6, 7. Did we screw something up
Yeah,
again?
no. Lee is messaging.
Does Lee say that everything is screwed up?
No. I think Lee might want to message you to come see live or something like that, but we'll see. Yeah.
To what?
Lee.
Yeah, to do what?
Oh.
To come here?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
not. Screw it.
Awesome.
Why the hell not?
Yeah. So just one sec, guys. Sorry about that. Just see this. Does he know your address?
Yeah, he's been here a couple times.
Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go first. So against Blue Eye Control, I'm gonna be pretty married to the combo, and I don't think so. Yeah, I'm showing this. I have my 2 pieces here: Mayhem Devil and Blessed Citadel, and a lot of land. But not having a dork really hurts. In the blinds, definitely wouldn't keep this. And knowing I'm against control, probably still wouldn't either. Yeah, it's just too much land.
Yeah.
To
This hand's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. In the blind, I'd probably keep this, I guess, because I've got interaction on 2.
Yeah, you got dig.
I've got a little bit of dig if I don't find my second blue source. I've
Yeah.
got Narset on 3 if I do.
that hand's gas.
It's okay. I don't love hands without verdict in them. They don't feel safe.
Verdict.
They
Okay.
don't feel safe.
Well, you can dig for verdict. That's what Narset's for.
It's true,
Yeah.
but I don't have double blue.
Oh, you'll be fine.
I know.
You'll get there.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't love it. It is.
Sorry.
It's gonna be so loud.
Stumpy.
Adrian.
I like to be like, oh, there's my deck. So, all right, let's see. This hand feels a whole lot more solid. So, we have the Dark Board pathway that we're going to be able to put on green, and then we have the Urborg, which is going to allow us to have as much black as we want. The Woe Strider comes in on turn 3, and as long as we draw a land, we're going to collect a company. We have Bolas, Citadel on here.
On 2.
Comes on 2 automatically. So I think this hand's good. Now, a lot of people are running like a swamp in this section. However, I was looking, I was like, okay, well, I really want to be married to red, and because I want to be able to play Cornwall when I can. Obviously, I don't even have red in this as I'm saying this. But the Urborg means that when I put this Dark Board pathway on, I'm going to be able to tap it for black, which is really nice. So that's probably kind of like the worst thing about triple color deck is needing to do those things. Cool. So you good?
Let him on here.
Hey, Mom. How's it going? just getting started. Nice of you to join us. That is my actual mom.
Aw.
Yeah,
Hi, Adrian's actual mom.
yeah, actual mom. Okay, let's do Slitherborn Pathway into Dog. Let's take it.
Oh, we get there. Go ahead.
Uh-huh.
Always lucky, never,
Never
punished.
punished. It's good to know. I'm going to put out this Woe Strider, which is going to immediately start applying pressure too.
Yeah.
I do have the ability to sacrifice, unless you target it, I will be able to sacrifice anything that you can deal with to scry one. And I get
When
my
it enters,
goat.
make a goat, sacrifice a creature, scry one, escape for 5.
Yep.
2 +2 +2. It seems pretty okay.
It's pretty good. So I do need to make a goat. If
Oh.
that's okay. Or actually, you're supposed to make the goat.
Am I?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, that's right. So like if you
No, I
purchase a
think
token,
I think since I'm about to untap and play, you should
Oh, fine.
just make the goat, Adrian.
all right.
The goat makes the goat, Adrian.
Oh, I see how it is. Let me make the.
And then you'll be done after this, yeah?
Yeah. Let's see. He's a hooked creature, so we'll do this, and then we'll.
Oh, I guess if I do
Yes.
this, you can do that. So
Yep.
You
You have to
I
remove
have to
the.
answer it.
You have to
Okay.
remove the Woe Strider. That's
Well,
that's.
Arden Veil and Absence the Ghost Rider. Do you want to sack your goat to scry one?
I don't. Yeah, I guess I do. So I will sacrifice the Scry one. I will keep that on. Removes the goat, and then this is gone. I get a clue. Got me a clue?
I do have a clue.
Alright. While you're doing that, untap. Draw. I do have to go ahead and take advantage of the fact that you're tapped out. Go ahead and collect a company on main phase.
Yeah,
1,
it seems fine.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoa. Seems
A whiff.
Seems
You whiffed.
pretty
That's
spicy.
terrible. I'm sorry, Adrian.
No.
Ah, shucks.
I just want to know how greedy I want to be. I feel like that's the right thing. Just 2 Mayhem Devils. It's
Seems
a lot
okay.
of power. See, I was also considering, because I have 2 Catacomb Scepters as well. But
Go
there's-
1-1.
yeah,
This feels fine. You
that
have the bolt
feels,
Citadel for the outlet later.
yeah, I don't have like a sack outlet online right now, but this 3/3 right now feels pretty good. But this is mana too.
Do you have to sacrifice 10 other?
Yeah, you have to sacrifice. For Melissa Citadel.
Yeah.
Well, actually, let me count my mana. 1, 2, 3. Then that would be 4, 5, 6. Okay, actually, I'm going to.
I think keeping these is right.
Well. I mean, I have the Bolus Citadel.
That's true.
And these are going to produce my mana.
Yeah,
So
fair
I can
enough.
sacrifice there, but I also still don't have a red. So
I think you need to keep at least 1 man.
yeah. Let's just go ahead and do. Let's just go ahead and do this,
Okay.
which was my original idea. Which is
Sure.
one of these, and then one of these, and then I will.
Alright, you need an Eldrazi spawn?
Yeah, so 1/1. Then change that up from the original set where there were 0 ones, and now made them 1 ones. Yeah, little infecty style creature. Well, Eldrazi style creature, nasty thing. Thank you.
Oh, quite.
Okay, I will say go to you once you are ready.
Draw.
Yep.
$18.
Winning as the card father.
Narset.
Uh-oh. Narset's not long for this role.
Go down.
Yeah. So Narset's going down, all right.
Show verdict.
Yep.
Put verdict in hand.
Yep.
Pasture.
Untap. Draw. Verdict always makes things more spicy.
Never didn't have it.
Never didn't have it, right? Well, at the very least, I don't get a waste turn. I can use the clue, things like that. So I'm also gonna get like a whole bunch of scry too, which will be nice. The only unfortunate thing is I don't have a sacrifice outlet. I wish I did, but I don't.
Can't you make Citadel?
Huh?
Can't you make Citadel?
Make Citadel.
Can't you make a Bolus Citadel? You have a Bolus
1,
Citadel in your
2,
hand?
3, 4, 5. I don't actually have enough mana.
Oh, you need to hit a land and you have not done.
I need six mana sources.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to combat.
Okay, you say so.
Let's swing 3 at Narsets.
4 at me.
4 at you.
I'll go to 14. Narset will go to the graveyard.
Yo. And I'm gonna say, go ahead.
I'm going to say I untap.
Yeah.
Draw. Play Waste Purchase.
Yeah.
Play Swimmer.
In response, I will sacrifice this for a mana. It's going to deal a point to you. I will also scry 1.
Sure.
When a creature dies, I'm going to put that to the bottom. And then this, and this is going to die. So I'm going to scry 1 3 times.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll put that to the bottom. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Hey, every time you honestly bottom something on a scry, it's like drawing a card.
Yeah.
So it's like you drew 3 cards.
Always.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go and sack this clue.
Sure.
Draw a card. Who's yours now?
Okay.
I will draw a card. Let's. So I got the Woe Strider in the graveyard, so I mean, there's recursion I can do later on. Let's shock, go to 18. I'm going to put out a Woe Strider, and then I'm also going to put out a Dork. I'll get that goat back.
Sure.
And we'll say go. Tap.
Pass.
Draw. Four, 5. Let's go combat.
Sure.
See what happens when I swing 3 at her.
It's very good, dude. That's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
That's what people say. Got counter spells is what I hear. Corvold.
Resolves.
I will sacrifice this goat as a part of the effect, and when I do, it triggers a +1/+1 counter, and I draw a card.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and lay it away on the turn. Yep. Cool. All right, that's in my inset.
Cycle.
Yep.
Untap.
Yep.
Drop, return. Up. Drop.
Up Townsend.
It's -3 to bounce.
Ah,
So that'll be a 5.
it's a 5/5 flyer.
Oh, it will be a 6/6 flyer, which means you're presenting 9 damage next turn, assuming you can't play any other creatures.
Yeah, I can use Woe Strider to sacrifice to trigger going up with Corvold, but I can only sacrifice my land war. But that will allow me to draw a card.
Yeah.
And then also give it a plus.
How many in hand?
I got 4.
That's a
They
lot.
are.
That's a
Good
lot.
choice, yeah.
That's more than I would like you to have, sir.
It's unfortunate. That's what I got. I'm sure
Well,
you got
let's start with portable hole in.
Okay. Response, I
Yep.
will sacrifice it to scry 1,
Sure.
and then I will then trigger the draw. So I'll scry, and then +1, and draw.
I'm gonna play land for turn. I just haven't decided which one.
Okay.
I think we're gonna play this one thusly. And then we're gonna pass.
Untap. Roll. $16.
Yeah.
Let's go combat.
Okay.
Let's swing 3 at fairy and
Trigger. Oh, is it whenever it attacks?
yeah, attack.
Okay.
So I have to attack.
Do you have to attack? Whenever it attacks, you must act.
Yes. Oh, actually, so I'm gonna sequence this differently. Sorry, you're correct. Yeah, I do have to sacrifice another person. So before combat, learning the deck, cast Final Worlds.
Sure.
Okay.
We're actually gonna respond to that.
Okay.
We're gonna absorb that.
Okay.
We're gonna go to 16.
Sounds reasonable. Collect a company.
Yeah, that's fine.
1,
Be
2,
punished, I guess.
3, 4, 5, 6. Woe Strider and Mayhem Devil. Yeah.
I
Again.
missed untapping, but it's okay.
Oh no.
It's fine.
Okay, so I'll get my goat. Okay, now I'll go to combat.
Yeah.
And then I will swing 3 at top. And I will swing this guy, you. I will sacrifice the goat.
Yes.
When I sacrifice the goat, I will
take
deal
one.
1. And then I will also put a +1/+1 counter on here and draw a card. So you're looking at 7 in the air, and then Tuff's looking at 3. Not the worst for a for kind of like a backup plan for sure. I do think I actually.
Well, that's why I said like in game 2, I think you want to be on Jund mid range, not
Yeah.
combo.
Yeah, and I have kind of like a floating piece in here. I have scavenging
Are you
units
done?
that I think I would make a cord roll. Go ahead.
Hmm.
Seems decent.
I'm still just dead.
So what's going to happen is you're probably going to bounce this guy. I will sacrifice him to Low Strider to deal the 1 damage to kill Tav.
I'm just dead.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. All right. Well, one for Jund Citadel.
Yeah.
The Widow City in your hand. The Dodo
No.
Widows.
I'm boarding. I'm updating our thing.
So we had talked about sideboarding plan earlier. I was thinking that in against control, I'll cut 4 dorks because honestly they just feel bad to draw a lot. I know that they're really good at sacrifice, but when I and then get rid of the Prosperous Innkeeper. Even though the Prosperous Innkeeper does give you another artifact, or a treasure token. It is mostly in there to go up against aggro, to kind of like speed things along and be able to gain life. So these are going to be my cuts. And then my board ends are 2 Dreadbores for Planeswalkers, 2 Obnixilis, which is fantastic, and then the 4 Thoughtseize. So to make this like a really, really strong Jund mid-range control package, with still having the combo. Oh, you want? Well, so I did not escape the Blow Strider, did I? No. I was gonna say because when it escapes, it does become bigger. So the Blow Strider seemed to be definitely kind of like the piece that was the most powerful in this matchup for me.
Portable Hold didn't feel very good.
No, Portable Hold feels awful.
Like you don't have a lot of 1 drop or 2 drop. So Portable Hold out feels correct.
Yeah, since this is a collected company deck, I maximize on 3 drops. So yeah, Portable Hold's awful.
Sensor can come out there. The question is then, do we pull the other 2 sensors? And if so, for what?
Farewell seems correct. Aether Gust seems good. Fateful Absence seems great. Your Dovin's Veto seem awful in this matchup.
I mean, they get Collected Company.
They do.
And they get Bolas' Citadel. So I think you're wrong.
Okay.
I think that they're not good against the beat me up in the face plan, but that's not really where you're doubling down either. Because you can't really feed the what's his face without the
Well, Corvold's only one of them. He's,
okay.
yeah, no, I just have to.
I think if you don't drop Corvold that game, the game looks very different. I think
Yeah.
Corvold's a huge clock.
Yeah, and that's why I think I need to go up to 2. A Corvold, I think Corvold is like really, really good. Corvold's also like really expensive, but
Sure.
and they only have 1 Corvold local, so
I think I'm good with these.
okay.
March, vetoes for the Cocos, because like if you don't have Coco, you just fucking lose.
Yeah,
Eventually.
you're not gonna put in the Fateful Absence.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm what would I cut is the question there, right? Like we're down to enough cards that the only thing I can really cut is like Planeswalkers.
Yeah.
And those all feel great against you. So
Yeah. Can cut that Sphinx's rev.
I could, but that also feels fine against you. I don't know. Maybe cutting 1 up Sphinxes is fine. Going up to a Fateful, I still have the 2 Memory Deluge to refill and the Narsets. Yeah, okay. Okay, you're right on that one. I'll give it to you, Adrian.
Okay. Love it. Okay, so I'll be surprised. I thought like this was just an auto lose. So that's good. Like,
I mean, I think you're never gonna have enough permanents to pull off the combo.
No, I think
I think you just be a mid-range deck.
Yeah.
And mid-range first control traditionally pretty good matchup for mid-range.
Yeah. The Thoughtseize and then the Obnixilis and all that kind of good stuff that I'm gonna present against you.
Yeah.
That feels really good.
That's good. Yeah. I think I would have left in Dorks and taken out Citadel.
Oh, you think they're gonna just like take
Well, I
out
guess maybe
all-
not because you get to play off the top. It's like 6 mana. Should already be winning the game.
We could try this round. I'll take out the Citadel and I'll keep
No,
the
that's
Dorks.
okay.
Okay.
Do you?
I feel like the Citadel becomes I get to cast it off the top of my
Yeah.
library. Sort of thing. That feels really good. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get to the 10 things. Assuming on me to not be on the play.
I would like to be on the play.
Okay. You didn't answer my question.
I did.
Oh.
Because I didn't directly answer your question. It's not mean the answer is now not present.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can keep this.
Alright, so we're now revealing. It's unfortunate. This hand was gorgeous. I just missing,
Is this a situation where it always looks like all gas if there's no lands, Adrian? It is. It is. Cool.
I mean, yeah, like the dark. I could swap. Did I not take these out? What's going on? I didn't actually take them out. I shuffled them back in. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah,
Wow.
I actually.
Wow.
It's good thing I actually.
Well, no wonder you were a little light on land.
Yeah, it's like wait a minute. I did not actually take these stupid cards out. So we're just gonna.
Judge, opponent is attempting to change his deck after presenting.
How do you want to handle this? Do you want to just like me do this over again, or you want me to go and take the ball?
No, go to 7.
So we got, because I did not present the right deck. Rah.
If anybody tries to do this in a tournament, be like, Judge,
Oh, for sure.
because they have to play this deck now, or they can concede game 2 and go to game 3.
Can do that. Okay, so four dorks, 4 prosperous. There we go.
It's amazing the mana base works as well as it does in this blue-white deck, given like how demanding it is. That it often wants like blue, blue, white, and then blue, white, white,
Yeah.
and it's got like clunky tap lands.
There's a lot of talk asking if Control would use the
Pain lands.
Azakar waves and stuff like that. They're not going to. No, just straight up not going to.
I don't know. Like if you really needed it, you could, but I think that like running, I think the slow lands are fine.
A present, what was it? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Check out that gas.
Sick. Down to 6 we go then. Huh?
Yeah, 3 mayhem devils, and then that would have ended up being 2 core bolts because the scavenging news would be in place there. Where am I land at? We're needing 22. All right, so now we're actually going to 6. We'll see.
With the slamming, Adrian. Slamming.
Slamming, like
the
just
slamming.
got to add the meat to it, you know?
Well, every time you do it, you slightly mess up the camera.
So I had a debate between running the checklands and running the what do you call it? Running the
Slow lands?
the pathways. And it's like, well,
In what deck?
in this deck, and it's kind of like the
I think if you have an option other than the pathways, you should play it. Just generally speaking.
yeah. And so I did 100 draws, and in the end, the pathways ended up not screwing me.
Okay.
So okay, I'm good. This is what we're running. Not the best, not the worst, but you know we're going with it. All right, put down the march, and then we're gonna put down the elf. Say go.
Can you do anything really scary as a non-creature spell on 3?
No, I pretty much do all creatures.
Yeah. Oh, that's not true. You've got Bolus.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
non-
Yes,
useless.
yeah, I do. I do have that sided in now.
But it's not in your hand.
No. Instead, we're gonna do the West Rider, which
It's
feels
fine.
like a pretty good turn too.
Not terrible.
Bah. Go for it.
I thought you took out all the dorks.
No, I kept pouring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I do feel like dorks are fine. It just feels like I need to not have a billion dorks. Let's put down dark 4. Let's go to combat.
Sure.
So swing 3 again.
I'll take 3, go to 17.
Nice. Love it.
What a clock, baby.
Pass me.
No.
No? Okay.
Go to
Gain
4.
that life. Good.
Slow land. Go.
Draw. Let's go to combat.
Sure.
Swing. Swing 3.
Sure, I'll go to 17.
Second main. Let's cast a Catacomb Scepter.
Sure.
And yeah, that's good. Oh, so I'll make my spell.
Yeah.
And I will say go. Yes.
I don't even have to show you these two cards.
Yeah,
And there's just straight gas too.
straight up choice.
Just gas.
Okay.
All gas, no brakes. Ooh. Ooh. Picante. I'll pass.
Attack. And draw. Let's go to combat.
Sure.
Let's swing those guys. So looking at 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, no blocks.
Okay.
No effects.
No effects.
Okay, 4 damage.
Okay.
And I'll go down to exile this.
Okay.
And I'll gain 2 life.
Let's see. I can't sacrifice him, so I can only exile. But do I want to do anything else? I'll sacrifice the goat or anything like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're gonna say okay. Cool. I'll exile him. You'll gain them.
I'll go to 19 briefly,
19.
and then I'll take 3,
Yep.
go to 16.
Second main, let's sacrifice for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I sacrifice, I get to scry 1, so
Yes,
that will
sure.
actually happen right now. I'm going to go and put that to the bottom, and I'm going to put out Bolas.
Sure.
Which allows me to look at the top card, and then I can pay life to cast it anytime. God, that's so hot. Yeah, I think we're just going to straight up jam. I'm just going to take 5.
Sure.
I will sacrifice the goats. When I sacrifice, I will scry.
Sure.
We're going to scry that to the bottom. And then I sacrifice +1/+1 counter draw card. Go for it.
Untap?
Yep.
I'll put a +1 counter on nothing.
Not the.
Actually, yeah, go ahead. We'll
Oh,
put it on that.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
He's not like this world, is he?
No. None of it is.
None of it is.
So I mean, I guess the Citadel you can keep around. The building.
Yeah.
And you can have your building.
See, I gotta look. So I'm gonna go and look. This go token is totally not there.
It was for like an instant.
Yeah, for an instant. Okay, so when creatures die, I get to scry. So death. I can't sacrifice. That's the unfortunate thing. So death, scry.
Yep.
We'll go ahead and bottom that. I'm gonna look off Citadel. Death, scry. We'll bottom this, and this is another. So then this is gonna die. Cool. And then I get a look off of Citadel. Okay. All right. Me.
Go ahead.
Cool. Draw. Look up Volas. So I can play the top card of my library, and that's the cool thing. So I can actually play lands off the top of my library.
Isn't it non-land?
Yeah, it says you may play the top card of your library if you
Oh, okay.
cast a spell this way.
Got it.
Isn't that hot?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna keep on looking. Yeah, we'll go to. We'll take 2. Oh, sorry, take 1 to play this, and then if this resolves, I'll take 2.
Sure.
Let's take your Fateful Absence.
Sure.
Look off Bolas Citadel. Let's do Woe Strider,
Sure.
and then let's do. Sorry, I get my goat. My goat. And then Priest of the Forgotten.
Sure.
That'll be me.
Samurai.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. Bolas. Yeah, I'll take 1.
Sure.
I'll play this. I'm gonna kill myself.
I think you are.
I was like,
This is like
need
just
to-
let them Phyrexian arena
need-
themselves.
need to
That would be
chill.
fine.
You chill. Be okay. You chill. Hmm.
Does this each opponent? Okay.
Okay. I'm going to sacrifice these two creatures.
Sure,
You have to sacrifice creature,
I do.
and then you have I'll add 2 black and I'll draw a card.
Yeah.
Also Citadel. So, yeah, play away. Yeah, and then I draw.
And you lose 2 life.
Oh, sorry. So okay, so
I lose
you'll
twice.
lose 2 life. Yes. Let's go to combat.
Sure.
Let's swing here.
Hit me? Sure. 10.
Yeah.
No, 11. Look at 14, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Yes, 14, 16, 14.
Let's not see this.
Sure.
Yep. Got one of those. Don't have any kill, so it's kind of like right now, I feel like I should probably just go ahead and jam the board. You know?
Yeah, it's fine.
Although, no, I'm not, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Jam the board there, and I will say go back to
Flashback from Redeluge?
Yeah.
Four, 5, 6, 7.
I guess the neat thing about the deck is, I messed up. That's great. That I always at least have something to do. Quiet contemplation.
Um, Counter on nothing.
Not this guy.
No.
Okay, not this guy.
It's not that.
Okay.
Thank you, but no thank you.
It's pretty spicy.
Yes.
So. Draw.
It's like not impossible. I'm just dead here before I get to untap, but I think this line puts me in a pretty winning position if I untap.
Yeah, I mean you're just not dead.
That's good. Glad to hear it.
I don't think, but we'll try. We'll try to kill you. But you're still at 11, so
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty
Um,
healthy.
let's go to combat. Let's swing 3 at you and 2 at the Emperor.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
Okay.
I'll go to 8. If I do anything there, I don't leave up veto. Like I need to leave up veto because one of the lines that does kill me is you come into some good stuff.
Oh, for sure. And that's hard, right? So, go ahead.
Sure. We'll untap. Draw for 2. Hi, fairy.
Yeah. Get to make a big boy.
We're gonna draw and untap.
Okay, you get
Start.
5. That'll kill me.
Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
We've also like basically turned off the Citadel at this point. Although I am dead to Citadel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, so it's
9,
non-land.
Oh, it's non-land
Yeah, it's
permanents? I'm so far from dead to
Yeah,
Citadel.
you're just so,
Okay.
It's just not a problem.
That's pretty cool. Love to hear that. We really do love to hear that.
Yeah.
I drew off this, right?
You haven't untapped yet, though.
Right. Well, that happens in the end step.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move that stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Going to select a company at the end of your turn.
I'm gonna respond with you.
Sure.
I'm gonna make sure.
Yeah.
I feel like given that you know that I have a veto, you don't actually do that there.
I don't. I see. I mean, this is the reason why I do it. So
Oh, okay.
I have to be like, okay. So, but now it's like, do I want to pay life here? It's like, is this my last turn? It probably is my last turn, so I probably go ahead and pay the life here.
Yeah, that's
To do
probably
this?
right. Yeah.
So 8, 7, 6, 5. I'll cast collect a company.
Sure.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say Catacomb Sifter and Ghostwriter. So I'll make this. So now
Okay, I
my
have
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. Go for it. So I'm triggering your responding with the trigger for you enter the battlefield.
Right.
Okay.
One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. I'll not do anything at this moment.
Okay. I'll look up Philosophy. Okay, cool. Go down top.
Yeah.
And draw. Look off Bullis Citadel.
Jam another Coco.
It's a pretty spicy meatball, you know. It's
Is it?
yeah, it's a spicy meatball. I have to pay life, so 3, so I'm at 2. And I will cast this, and I will.
I have response.
I'll draw
to
this one.
Casting.
Okay. So I'm putting 2 copies on the stack.
Yeah. So that'll bring you to 9 permanents.
And I'm also triggering a scry as well.
That's fine. Resolves.
Okay. And I actually don't have my fancy here. I'm so sorry. I'm scry. I'll scry that to the bottom. I'll look off of Bullis Citadel. So I haven't put down the land yet, so I'm gonna put down the land off of Bullis Citadel. And I can no longer pretty much cast them. So I'm pretty much the spent.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 4, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
I'm at 9. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a demon. Response to me making a demon?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna march this go.
Okay. I'm going to sacrifice him to Ghost Rider, so I'll get Scry 2.
Sure.
I can't play that, so I'm going to Scry to the bottom. And then Scry 2. I'll go and Scry that to the bottom.
You're still alive with like Llanowar Elf, I think, right?
Yeah. Which, unfortunately, that's not.
Yeah.
But I am just dead to these guys that are in the air, which is unfortunate.
I mean, can you just crack out and murder me?
I
Block
can.
6. I take 4. No. You can't just crack out and murder me.
I got other stuff.
Okay.
So I'm gonna +1 this guy. So
Sure.
you have to. I made the double. So okay. So here's my double.
Sure.
And because I have the double,
I have to
you have
discard a
to.
card or
Yeah.
take 2, and then you gain 2.
Yes, and I will gain 2. So actually, that means that now I can go to 1, cast Mayhem Double, and
Objection?
what? Oh,
This
because,
is more mana than that.
just so I'm using Bolas Citadel. So I was at 4 life because I gained 2
Oh.
off of this. I was
Okay.
at 4. Now I go to 1, and then I hyper combo finish you.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that the matchup against Mono White is going to be so bad that like I don't think it matters. Yeah. Well, let's do the format, right? Let's go to game 3 and I get my nuts.
Yeah, you get your nuts things. I will unsideboard. Okay, I'm really surprised. This ended up being a bit better, and then Bolas Citadel, like even just for value, is
I
not
think
bad.
that's fine.
The thing is because your control, like I essentially have like 19 mana that I can spend.
Sure.
Because you're just not gonna kill me until you're ready to kill me. So what we do now is I won 2 in a row. And so Jesse's gonna try to stack his hand and see if he can create a hand where he can assure that he's gonna win. I think you're probably gonna.
I think yeah.
Yeah,
I think
you'll-
you've drawn relatively well both games. I'm not saying that like you've been a uncomfortable luck sack, but like you've drawn relatively well both games. I think if simply that doesn't happen, then the game's over, right?
Right.
I think that there's a good chance that even if it does happen, if I have the right answers, that the game isn't over.
Yeah. That was kind of fun though, like casting the thing, gaining the life to be able to cast the other thing. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. I should have removed the devil instead of discarding.
Ah.
That would have just left me alive and killed you.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
To be fair, I didn't see that line until after it happened.
Oh yeah, sure.
I was like, oh, I've got more life here. This is unbelievably relevant at this moment in time.
Yeah, no, for sure. And again, this is like stuff that I'm not going to think about too hard sitting here with you.
Yeah.
But that like if you're at a real tournament, this is why like you should always tank. It's always fine to tank for a minute on lethal.
Yes. So Bolas Citadel, a lot more powerful than I was originally thinking. Being able to essentially play those lands off the top of my library.
Yeah.
That's
That's part of why I think you should leave some number of Dork in. I think like Dreadboard probably doesn't matter.
Yeah, I actually had Dreadbore in hand. I was like, okay.
I don't think it
yeah.
matters. I think you leave Dorks in so you can try and power out Citadel a little faster so that you have other cheap shit to sacrifice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your hand?
It's a good question. I should probably do that before I spend a bunch of time shuffling, huh?
Yeah.
I think my hand includes Supreme Verdict.
Sure. Does it include 2 Supreme Verdicts?
No, probably not.
Okay. A Censor, interesting.
Yeah, I think there's like a good argument to be made that that's just better than Hole, because Hole doesn't hit anything but Elf,
Yes.
and Censor won't hit Elf, but it'll hit the next thing you do. And then probably a piece of spot removal. Maybe that should be Memory Deluge and not in our set.
Do you think maybe instead of Deserted Beach, you take a manland to put on turn 2, like your
Hall.
your hall,
I'm so greedy.
but it still gives you access to
Yeah,
to
you're right,
rid of
you're
it
right,
too.
you're right.
Yeah, I just feel like it would.
Yeah, that's basically free. Well, yeah, I suppose it's basically free.
Right, because on turn 2 you can
Yeah,
have
yeah.
access to what you want here.
Maybe Absorb is the 7th card.
Absorb seems pretty good.
Which I think means that you don't play this, you play Memory Deluge.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Right, you're obviously you'll draw your land or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, the deck's like 26 lands. Like,
Right, you'll draw the land.
just this.
Haha, I got there.
What's our count?
5. Right.
It's not bad.
Not too bad. We're doing pretty okay.
Um,
Got removal, got hard counter with life gain. Have my counter turn 2.
I think with the verdict, I actually don't want the.
So 2 fatal options. Oh no, that is your
Yeah. Because I have the verdict,
right.
so like, yeah. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe the verdict means I definitely don't want the spot removal. Yeah. Well, no, because I'm still gonna be tapped out on 4 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which means like I might need to be able to untap Fateful.
Right. And I just spend the money on the clue, so it's not like a
Yeah, it's not free. Yeah.
Yeah.
Riveting content.
Yeah. In the chat, if you want to, what would be your 100% win hand if you're playing blue-white control against Jund Citadel? Jund Citadel putting up a surprising fight right now.
Yeah, I think it's fine in this matchup. I think its other matchups are sufficiently bad that like it's not good.
Yeah.
I think that the matchup of concern isn't blue white control. It's any mid range or aggro deck.
Yeah. Well, we'll see with mono white humans. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's why I think the Mayhem Devil's so good because like it pings stuff.
No, I agree. Yeah, but I just think you're gonna have trouble. Like it took you all game and all 20 life to put together the combo against one Wrath.
Yeah.
Last game. One Wrath and one piece of spot removal.
Yeah. Me?
Yeah.
All right. Draw. Let's put down the Gloomy Marsh and let's do the elf. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Draw. So I mean, I'm not gonna play like I know you have because I'm obviously gonna jam turn 3.
Sure.
It's just gonna. That's just what's gonna be what I'm gonna do. You'll censor it and then I'll heal that. If I knew you had a censor, I would jam turn 3. So,
Why not?
Yeah.
Like what? You're just gonna wait and play everything a turn late?
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah.
seems okay, I guess, until you see me cycle it. But like,
Yeah.
meh. Go ahead.
The Absol. Let's see. Let's do Innkeeper.
Sure.
Let's.
You need a treasure, don't you?
Yeah, I do need a treasure. Aha! There it is. Let's put that down. Let's put down the elf.
Sure.
Go for it.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I get one. Aha!
Sure.
Draw. Just swinging with the dogs. That's what's happening. That's what I hear.
You do have access to 6 mana. You could make Citadel, right?
Right. But I wouldn't do that against
Against 4 of them,
open.
mana.
Yeah, I
Some
just,
of which
I
is
wouldn't.
blue. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wouldn't. I just
Just
wouldn't do
not
that.
gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that in any sort of situation.
Sure.
Like I would bait you to have some sort of removal. So I'm gonna go to combat. I'm gonna attack for 3.
17 it is.
Um,
I can do this all day.
Catacomb Scepter.
Sure.
Okay.
Game 2 light.
Spawn.
22.
Game. Yep. 2.
Were you at 21 already, or is this?
I was
just the
at
leftover?
21. Yes. So now I'm at 23. Go ahead. Interesting. So the Prosperous Innkeeper kind of like combos with Bolas Citadel. Then. I'm sorry. I'm like shaking your
1, 2,
camera.
3, 4.
I'm sorry, guys. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's
No,
not bad.
I was doing this.
Oh,
I was
it's-
like, yeah.
That
Oh,
it's
no,
getting
no,
out
you-
of whack is the
yeah.
problem. There's a lot of image stabilizing on this,
Okay. Well, that's good.
but it did get out of whack. So
Look at that, easy
I
peasy.
was just being a nervous Nelly, so getting
Is
all excited.
that right? Yeah, that's right. So now you're representing something close to a clock.
Yeah, when you remove my board, you pretty much remove everything, which
Yeah.
is gonna suck.
I pretty much do, in fact, just remove everything.
So I will sacrifice this,
4
and
mana
then
to scry.
to 1 scribe. I'll go ahead and keep that on top, and then I think let's see, everything dies, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep that one on top. So
Sure.
okay, me
Yeah, you.
draw.
All you, baby. All you.
All me. That's the way it should be. 4,
Escape?
5. Yep. I'm gonna escape.
Sure.
Here's my bat.
So this is actually a token copy, right?
No, it's a real copy. Yeah. So escape is a real copy, and then I produce the
Okay.
and then I roll 2 counters. So I'll present a real threat. Go ahead.
Pass.
Ha. Draw. It's good combat.
Sure.
It's attack for 5. Oh, sorry. These are exiles.
It's all feeling Keikaku, quite according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to. I just spend time around nerds.
Yes.
From
21. Sifter.
sure.
Here's some spawn. Good.
And your turn.
Yep.
Sure.
Just more verdicts, more love, more
It may or may not be 2 spring verdicts. Yeah.
It's just sick. So obviously I'll sacrifice this for
It's even
mana.
right. Hold on. You have like nothing. You have nothing. Hold on. Wait.
Okay.
You have nothing. This is
So nothing?
This is
Okay.
great. You're presenting 4 damage. What do I care?
What do you care?
What do I care? I
Okay.
don't care. That's what I don't. That's how much I care.
Okay. Cool. I'll crack the flute.
Okay.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Draw. Alright, can I go?
Yeah.
Draw. Let me leave. Here, while you're getting this, I'll just multiply your cards and see what you got, okay?
Yeah. Go ahead. Eat. See if you want to scoop.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, so like right now, this is my hand. I've been luck sacking this because I haven't felt like I've had a good opportunity. But I may go ahead and try it, because You know that. Hey. So let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go flying kite. Let's go combat.
Sure.
Stack for 4.
I'll take 4 and go to 13.
Okay. Not gonna make stuff.
No.
Not gonna make stuff.
Not gonna make stuff.
Not gonna make stuff. Not gonna do stuff.
Not making nothing.
Yeah. I think we're gonna say go ahead.
At the end of your turn,
Yeah.
Lucian, down, down.
Even though I would love to.
Good boy.
Wait, baby, you and my
Make your guy.
No offense. Yeah. I guess, can we make guy and leave out? No. But we have rat, so yeah, we have to
Right,
leave.
because like if I do it right now, you're just gonna wrap into it.
Right.
So that means though you only got absorb. A human.
The 1/1 Uman.
Dude, you're being a little jumbo right now. Look at you.
Yeah, I may or may not have drugged him a little bit. Just a little.
Just a happy lover boy right
Ooh, Narset. That presents a real
Yeah.
fuck.
Those on stream may notice the sounds of Lee playing with my dog.
Pupper. It's good, Pupper. It's good to see you. It's
Good
been
to see
way
you.
too long.
It has been forever.
So I'm playing Jund Citadel.
Ooh, is this a new?
Yeah, that's kind of like the off meta deck. Although it's been around, like lots of posting about it. 2021 just hasn't really done anything. The idea is that you are trying to get 10 permanents out for a Bolas Citadel, sacrifice a deal.
I'm gonna show you Wandering Emperor off Narset.
Tim Drain.
Put that in my hand and say pass.
Does it run Karn to tutor up a Citadel from the board?
No. I mean
That
that's
might
a
be
good
better.
idea.
That might be better.
It might not be the worst thing in the
Then you
world.
can have 7 Citadels.
Well, you could just have 4 Karn and 1 Citadel on the board.
Gonna-
Hey, off.
Yeah, or yeah, and you can
Gonna
run
play
either Citadel main too if you need
Mayhem double.
1 or 2.
I think that's gonna draw the absorb.
There it is.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's, um,
I feel like that's
16.
probably something
Fine.
you have to
It's
do.
probably fine.
Yeah.
I don't think I have to, but I think it's fine.
There's my land return. Let's send 2 at Narset. Just shoot! I didn't do my thing.
You want to
No, that's
in response?
No, I was. I should have. Oh no, never mind. We're good. Okay, cool. So that goes there. Priest,
Sure.
and we'll say go.
We'll untap. We'll draw.
Yep. That's not good. Starting to feel like I don't get there, folks.
I'm starting to feel like you're pretty controlled there, Adrian.
Yeah.
I mean, like, do we wrap it up right now? You can sack 2 things, draw a card, make me lose 2.
I can because it's a tap ability.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if I don't wrap it up right now, you can. Combat.
Block.
Okay.
Okay. I'll sacrifice for mana, then I'll pay 1 to crack the clue.
Sure.
Draw a card. Then all the stuff goes away. Yep.
Pass.
Yeah,
I guess with Narset in play, letting you sack there would have been less bad. Because you wouldn't have gotten an extra card. Like,
And then you get it just past you.
And then, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And it's still drawing an extra card against it.
Go to 19.
Oof.
Yep.
Back to back absorb.
Go for it.
You love to see it, folks. You love to see it.
Locked down.
You love to see it.
What control? Just chugging along here, doing what it does.
Doing the right thing.
Doing what it does.
I actually don't feel like I've lost this game yet, so.
I feel like you have. Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
You have one card in hand. I can kill you with
It's
cast
never
water.
good enough.
Like,
Let's go.
sure. Resolves.
Yeah, we do have this thing. Let's crank it away here.
Yep.
5-4. Peter.
Priest.
Second play. Let's go.
Um,
Let's go, John.
that's fine.
Okay. That's me.
Okay. End of your turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make Uman.
Okay. Oh, these are actually. They're
Go ahead.
tap. Draw. Let's go to combat.
Sure.
I'll let you. Just straight up. There it is.
You knew about this card.
Yeah, I was waiting for it.
We'll exile this.
Okay.
Gotta keep it theming here. Hold on.
I should have put switch on before I left it.
I'll go to 21.
Okay. Okay,
And I'll block here.
let's see what happens. No, it's 3 absorbs.
No.
3 absorbs. It's just like I can't beat that. I can't beat that. It's like, it's like that was the first one I was holding for this entire time. Like, that's why I'm using. Okay, now I feel
Now you feel like you've lost
like
this
I've
game.
lost this game.
Well, because
Okay.
if we can
Are
land
you
that
done?
card,
So-
you can easily come back.
At end of your turn, I'm gonna cycle
Yeah,
sensor.
I think I'm actually done.
Okay.
So yeah, because I don't have a graveyard. I mean, I do have a low
yeah, I mean, I guess
but
I just get to start killing you with our
Yeah.
tokens here for
You-
too long.
yeah. Okay, cool. So if you draw 3 absorb,
and land
and,
them all on
don't
the
veto, and
I don't think I drew a lot better than you did game one.
I felt like I drew like really good. Although I mean,
Yeah.
the scry's so good. I'm like, there's so much scry in the deck.
Yeah, no, it
You know?
has a lot of velocity. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying that I don't think this matchup is as bad as it looked on camera.
Yeah.
I don't think it's particularly good for the blue white deck. I think it's probably 60-40, maybe 70-30.
Okay.
In favor of Citadel. And I kind of feel like if your control matchup is still not locked,
hmm I felt like it was hard to feed my graveyard. I thought it'd be easier for West Rider. I felt like that ended up being hard in the end.
I also just have ways to exile it.
Yeah.
It's not super hard to march. It's not super hard to. I mean, obviously, I can catch it with the Wandering Emperor. I held that Wandering Emperor for a while,
Yes.
just waiting for you to.
Well, you were waiting for me to run out of steam. It took turns and turns and turns. Like I kept presenting like real things.
Sure, yeah. If I didn't have a big hand, I would have just started beating you with Hall.
Yeah.
Right. I had Hall.
And that's kind of like why I scooped this, because like eventually I'm just gonna stop playing stuff. And you're just gonna
I'm
start.
just gonna beat you with. I don't even have to activate Hall once that game to win. I don't think. From there. I think I make a token. I pump the token. I make a samurai. I pump the samurai. I make a token. You're
Yeah.
taking. You're on like a 4 or 5 turn clock at that point.
Yeah.
And that's without making more stuff.
All right, you get to play Citadel, and
And I get to play. You get to play the mono white humans list.
that's
Wait,
right.
hold on.
It's sweet. Yeah, this humans list is really nice.
I get that the
Thanks,
format
Tommy.
is
See ya.
we trade off, but humans list looks sick.
The humans list does look fun. I was really sad because I thought I had 4 hopeful initiate, and I bought them when they were like really cheap. And yeah, I didn't have 4 hopeful initiate. I had to buy 2 $6 hopeful initiates. So having the Brave the Elements is really nice in here. having the brutal
Lucian.
Cathar
Do not chew
on
on
the
your bed.
board is really nice. Should I like that Go token? I mean, look at that.
That Go token is sick. Your tokens are always on point. Adrian. Lee, have you seen the new token tech? Observe the box of many tokens.
Yeah, so whenever we don't have tokens, we just make them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, where are these double-sided blinks coming from?
The online retailer who shall not be named.
Ah.
Yeah. You could probably order them through your local game store, which I would encourage people to do. You could also get them on the online retailer who shall not be named. I think they're $10 for 500 of them.
Oh, wow.
It's like not nothing, but it's not much.
Yeah.
I've used a lot already.
Yeah, considering, like, you can just use something.
Well, like I take him to advantage on for FNM. I'll play a little bit of Commander. Somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I don't have the blanks for this deck." I'm like, "You do now. Everybody draw them on it."
Draw one.
Yeah.
Pass it around.
Yeah. I drew a couple of prowess monks yesterday while I was playing Proxy Legacy with Sylvan.
Yeah.
I got one who's like, "Yo!" I got one that's like floating.
Nice. All right. Well, we're gonna see if
I don't like this deck, Adrian.
the deck's awesome.
Deck's not awesome.
Deck has so much like recursion velocity.
Right.
Go ahead and shuffle or go ahead and no, hold on. Go ahead and play Monopoly.
Oh right.
Yep.
7.
7. That's pretty good. But you did
Below
you did
average
pretty
in
good.
Monopoly.
5.
Well below average in Monopoly.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
See, I'm on the draw. That's what people say.
Is it? Is that what they're saying these days?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. How many red sources are in this deck, Adrian?
I mean, so there's a lot of hands where you're just not gonna see them. I think there's at least 10. So, somewhere between 7 to 10. But you have 5 cards that play red source.
Okay, I can live with that.
Look at your pathways because your pathways will.
Yeah. It didn't, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna play this, but it feels risky business. Oh, we didn't show our hands.
Oh wait,
So,
that's true.
yeah,
We didn't.
we didn't show our hands. You didn't show me like the unbelievable gaps. Oh Jesus, that's really good. You're gonna get there, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you just have 2 collected companies and an elf in Pioneer, you probably should just win the game.
Yeah.
But like, we'll see.
So I only got 1 land, but I've got all 2 drops and 2 1-drops.
Yeah, that's
Except for this 3-drop. The Luminarch
seems
Inspired
fine.
seems really good. Make a big. That Mayhem Devil.
Yeah, if we can get
draw.
there, I've got a good sack outlet. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can keep your board clear. I'm the control of that deck, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. You're the control deck. And I'm gonna see if I can do a thing. Okay. Draw. Here's a land. I'm trying to set. What do I put out first? I think I put out Pokeball first. 1 second. Stop.
No.
You stop
Go
that.
ahead.
That's no good.
Oh, Místico Élfico.
Oh, rip.
Místico
Found it.
Élfico.
Found it.
3D. 3D Elfo.
Luminarch.
Sure.
Wow.
Put a +1.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I'm good.
go to combat. Let's go.
Attack with a 1/2. No, attack with a 1/2. Go ahead. It's probably wrong. I don't know.
I think so.
I don't think it is because I don't have enough mana to Coco twice even with her activation, so I'm not gonna
Ugh.
do that.
Yeah, if you can't do anything with the 2 mana here, it would be
I've got at least 1 Mayhem Devil in my hand that I'd like to have before I start sacking 2 creatures at a time for 1 card.
Okay, let's see what we're in for. Thalia. Guardian of
Response.
Fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 creature cards.
And then you get your spawn.
Wait, is that a Coco Bolas Citadel deck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the whole deal.
it's fun. I like it. Go to combat.
Yeah, combat's fine.
Two, three. Go.
Hell yeah.
See? What's your opinion now?
Deck's still dead.
Draw that red line. You're gonna love it.
Red Sorceress.
Yeah, red swords sure would be cool. Turns out would be nice. Go ahead.
We got Citadel mana. Holy smokes!
Oh man.
Oh,
No, we don't because we
Valiant.
need triple black.
We need Valiant.
Oh, I guess I can make enough black.
Oh shit, you did have one.
Yeah, I just don't have it.
So here's another thing you need to be worried about. Hopeful Initiate can blow up your Citadel.
Oh,
Yeah.
do we have a?
And we have a way
Yeah,
to get rid of
that's
counter
fine.
in it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, I have to draw a third land. So
Yeah.
So
Whatever.
we're
Same,
still-
same.
you know.
Don't complain. Not attractive. Yeah, that's
second
fine.
Monarch.
That's fine.
Let's go to combat.
Yeah.
I got 2 Monarch Aspired triggers. I feel like, let's see, making a 3/2 first strike would be pretty good against you. And then if I put it, but do I want to put 2 here? to make
Actually,
a
I think I
fourth?
need to respond to the triggers.
Okay.
So we should actually probably respond to the attempt to change phases.
Okay. So I'm still in my main phase.
Yes. Wait a minute.
Oh, you have to pay 5 because
1,
I have.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, cool. Just want to make sure.
Keep him right, keep him tight. Oh shit. One hit.
And you're not gonna
triggers.
use the priest activation.
Oh, I guess it makes you sack too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
So you could still hold me in my main phase and like
Right.
use the priest with your 2 guys here. And then you're also gonna get scry.
yeah, that seems fine.
Man, a ton of working parts over here.
Although it wastes the mana, but I draw the card. Feels fine.
You don't. Yes, you do draw the card. You get 2 black.
Um,
So I gotta sacrifice. I guess I have to sacrifice one of my monarchs.
Yeah.
And then, did you scribe it for you, Drew?
No,
Because
I
you had
didn't.
2 scribe effects.
too late now.
Okay, well, you still have 2 scribe effects. because you
Okay,
used
yeah.
that.
We'll leave that on top twice.
Calm down.
This sucks. Let's. So we're gonna put the trigger here. I'm gonna make you like that. Look at him shrug. It's like winning. It's like no, deck sucks. You know, like I like
Deck bats.
billion
Goblins.
power.
Goblins the only good deck. Goblins and Bant Flash. The only 2 good decks we've had on this show. Turbo Titan's okay.
Okay, let's see. So if
I feel like Turbo Titan's the bar. If you're
four-
better than Turbo Titan, you should absolutely be taking this deck to F and M.
I could attack you with a 4/3, and that would apply at least a moderate amount of pressure with first strike. I feel like I should, but yeah, okay. I will. Yeah, I'll attack with both these guys. This will trigger here. So you're looking at 4 with first strike, and then you're looking at 3 regular. 3, 4, and a 4. So 7 ultimate.
No effects.
Wow, straight up. Okay. That's me. Go ahead.
Nine.
Okay.
Like we knew it was coming or something.
Yeah.
Let him off.
Yeah, it's my actual month. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh.
He says,
Yeah.
Man, I'm done.
That's gonna suck.
Um,
Goodbye, board.
pass.
Okay.
No, I guess I should attack with the things I'm never gonna sack.
Okay. Attacking me
For
for.
5.
Oh, but you want to save this up for the mayhem. Oh, so this one's live. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, sorry. So
Traded those guys.
5.
Yeah.
Worked.
Go ahead.
You're not worried about Brave the Elements there?
That's extraction specialist trigger.
Yeah. What do we do? We return
I
something,
return
but can't
an
attack
ally
or
if
block
it can't attack or
until,
block.
until that thing dies. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's fine. I think I might respond to the cast.
Okay.
Yeah, I do want to respond to the cast.
Okay.
We'll sack the other two.
Okay.
We'll float a green. So I've got 2 black and a green.
Okay, and you also get 2.
Yeah, 2
triggers.
damage to apply. We'll put 1 here.
Okay.
We'll put 1 face.
Okay.
And then we'll
Let's
use
see, I also
that
lose 2.
and draw. Yeah, and
And then I'll
sack, and
sacrifice.
then I draw.
Okay.
No more effects.
Okay, I'll put Luminar Aspirant off of the extraction specialist trigger.
Sure.
Go to combat.
Sure.
3, and then become bigger.
Sure. So I'm taking.
So 3 for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be lethal.
That's probably more than I can afford to take, huh? What with it being lethal and all. We just stack up in front of Natalia.
Really? You're not gonna keep the mayhem specialist?
I don't know. I might have another one. Maybe I just jump here.
Yeah, just jump take 4.
Yeah, go to 5.
I'm surprised you let him go to combat.
He
I
got
don't
rid of
have
one.
another thing
Yeah,
to
he-
get rid of things.
He got rid of what my ass.
You have the woe.
Oh,
You
yeah,
have
that's
the woe-
right.
You have the woe to
Sacrifice
sacrifice an
to-
elf or whatever.
Yeah.
Think that stupid thing.
Oh,
before he
yeah.
gets a counter.
Yeah.
So we can go
I guess
back
let's
here.
do
Yeah,
that.
I'm bored with
Okay,
that guy.
so sack
Um,
one of these, and
and
then
I'll scry 1.
Okay.
We'll leave that on top. And we'll throw the damage here.
okay. So now I have to decide. So I got a 4, 3, and then a 3, 4. So yeah, I would still send both.
Yeah.
I think I jump with an
You
elf.
get a counter up on the initiate here. Because you're 4-3. Buff,
Yeah.
Oh
buffs,
yeah,
3-4,
he is actually bigger.
buffs.
Okay, so is that is like
So 4 or 4. Okay. Yeah. 4.
then we'll send it back to you. It's pretty good.
You're at 11.
Yep.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I don't even need to do this.
Yeah, you
Found
just
that?
swing and
And then sack my whole board, destroy a bunch. Okay.
yeah, kill me. There you go. I'm dead. And now you like the duck.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I still don't think it was good. I don't think it's good in this matchup. I think that I won because you took a long time to draw a third land.
And it's fine. Your deck awesome. Okay.
That deck fun.
I mean, like,
Sideboard.
whether or not it's enjoyable, like that, I don't know. That's we're asking those two questions, right? Is this worth playing? And that's a two-part question.
Isn't there just a better sack shell? Or is it trying to do two things? It's trying to be like a sack deck, but also use some pieces to Citadel, ramp Citadel.
It's trying to be it's a tokens deck that can also have like Woe Strider recursion, and then it's adding the red for the Mayhem Devil, but also for Corbel as well. So
So sack deck with some mid-range grindy pieces.
I feel like you're never gonna get to Bolus's Citadel in this matchup. You think that's wrong?
I mean I cast 2 one game, so
But
you
in this
scry
matchup,
you scry a bunch.
sure. I'm saying in this matchup, I don't think you ever get to having 10 dominant permanents.
Oh, but the power is being able to like play lands off the top of the line.
But if you're on
Yeah,
the back,
fair enough.
If you're on the back foot,
Yeah,
it's the
I think it's
you-
pretty slow.
Yeah, you had your Citadel and you have 8 lights, then it's not really
Like-
effective.
Like, we don't want to cut any sack outlets. We don't want to cut anything that generates tokens. We don't want to cut anything that's got a big butt.
Yeah.
So, like, I think you're left with
Plus-
this thing, which eats your own blockers.
Yeah.
These, which are
They're
just
slow.
gonna feel slow.
They're slow.
Like, I don't necessarily think that cutting all of them is the right move, but it might be. Scavenging Ooze feels effing great.
I think we just want to say lean and mean against this matchup either way.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think. I don't know how I feel about Priest against you. Like, I know it was
Priest
good.
was great.
Yeah.
Right. But like the question still becomes like, if I just want to put in 6 removal spells and be a little more honest about my win condition, you know?
Absolutely. I think the 3 Citadels come out for sure. That card.
Well, there's 4. You think we go to 0? You think we go to 0?
I don't think we're messing around with that strategy in this matchup
I think I'm fine with that
at
call.
all. At all.
I think I'm fine with that call.
You're also gonna take out Corbel. I don't feel like you take out Corbel.
Corval eats my own dudes.
That's
I guess not if I just block.
yeah. You draw a card. So he's really great.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's
Yeah.
flying. He
And
draws.
human is
he
the
comes
game.
in.
Once
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
the
He's
game.
a win condition. Fair enough.
Maybe you take out one of the priests. You could probably do some trimming here.
We could like trim an elf and a
Yeah,
priest.
trim an elf and a priest here. I think is okay.
Um,
Because drawing late elves, of course.
although
helps.
priest is removal.
Priest is good. I would trim an elf.
Trim 2 elves because we're not ramping as hard to
Yeah,
anything.
exactly. And a top deck elf just sucks in this sort of matchup.
I mean, they're nice to have to sack to things, but
Yeah.
I think that
So here is that situation where I feel like Knight of the White Orchid is really good because for 2 mana it's a first striker. It's got 2 butts, so it's gonna evade your Mayhem Devil unless you put 2 things on it, and I'm also going to get a win.
It's always a triple one.
Yeah, so it's really good.
I like
The Sun Gold Sentinel, and I've actually seen some lists like run 4 of these just made. It is great because it allows me to exile a creature card from the library.
We have to change these things.
Yeah,
Oh, so I wasn't thinking about that. I didn't want to start messing with stuff.
So if you right click properties, don't drag anything, because you'll move it.
Oh, perfect.
But if
That's right there.
you,
Your
you can
Citadel.
change this to Jund Citadel. And then we can change this to
Oman?
no. And then this is actually like multiple things. All right. Yeah, maybe we could teach you to run this, and you can.
Yeah, exactly.
that'd be awesome.
That'd be sick.
So I
I
mean,
mean, you could do life counters too. That'd be great.
Yep.
my question really becomes kind of like, what do I really want to bring up? Brutal Cathar feels unbelievable. Adeline feels really good. Brave the Elements. The Helpful Initiate, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know it destroys stuff, but it's kind of like maybe the Dauntless Bodyguard does provide
The one
protection
target's
against-
coming out. You don't necessarily know that.
And on the play, I don't think we're
The-
trimming any of our ones. Wouldn't want to.
I feel like the 2 wedding announcement might come out, and then the 2
Yeah.
soldier at Pantheons, just because like Like I'm just gonna get locked
Soldier's
in the
good
board.
against Spawn. Soldier's good against Mayhem Devil. It's good against Dreadbore.
That's true.
It's good against.
Yeah,
You know, the two wedding announcement.
I think the wedding announcement is also good because it's just more cards.
Grindy
I'm
card,
one
yeah.
for wanting you. You have that's card advantage.
Well, I mean, what would you take out then? So I mean, like I could take out Thalia, like Guardian, but like
I think taking out Thalia is probably fine.
I would trim her. I would definitely trim her to probably like 2.
but the only thing is
I like her on the play. That's the only thing. So it shuts off the because he's trimming to go to remove. Get there without seeing the sideboard plan. This matchup is just trimming for removal. So I like having Thalia.
a lot of my deck is just really good
Yeah.
against you.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's a great matchup.
this is a great matchup for you. Obviously.
I don't think it is.
Oh,
Maybe we
Kithian.
could, yeah.
Kithian
We could
is-
trim here a little bit. We could probably trim Initiate.
Are you on 4 of this, mate?
yeah, for me.
Feels a little heavy. 3 at least seems fine.
In the grindier matchups, though, Pythion's nice. If we can get him flipped to a Planeswalker and kind of get to a weird board state, you can at least grind out some value.
I think
It's
I'm
tough.
gonna trim a
Tough to
Plectus
flip.
on the
On the play, that seems
on
fine.
the draw. I'm gonna
On the
trim a
draw.
plans on the.
Well, but you're on the play.
That's right. I'm on the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
And I
not
want to keep him the Thalia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, and the
not
we're
bringing the
trimming
knights
any
on play is
mana
probably
on the
fine.
No, actually, I feel like the knight will be unbelievably powerful in this. Because, like, if I put that down turn 2 and I have access to 4 mana the next turn,
Well,
it's going to be really good.
You don't ramp on the play with it. You only ramp on the draw.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
So
there's your answer.
Yeah.
Alright,
So take out 2
then-
knights
then I'll just put
and
down.
put in the
No, you probably
knights on the draw.
Count your sideboard.
Yeah, actually, we're still not there because I
I
keep.
think we
asking-
went back and forth too
Yeah,
much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I think
7,
you have
8,
13
9,
cards
10,
there.
12, 13.
Yeah, I think you.
What about the 2 Luminars? Sorry, is this just like such an easy
So
card
much
to grab?
value. So much value.
Then it's the Hopeful Initiate.
So whenever I play,
Yeah, I think Hopeful Initiate could be right.
Okay, so how about a Kithian, a Hopeful Initiate?
Seems fine.
I just don't like trimming 1-drops on
The deck's already got so many
so many
one-drops.
1-drops. Okay, if you feel like your volume is high, because you need a 1-drop on.
There's the other one
Oh,
up too.
here's the
What
other
is
thing.
it?
I need to trim something that's only got 1 point.
Yeah, 1 toughness things are really against the controller removal heavy matchups.
There's
I
a
like
2-1.
to trim. I like to trim 1 Initiate and or 1 Thalia's Lieutenant. Because sometimes like naked Thalia's Lieutenants can be pretty bad. They're bad late if you're naked to the board. If your opponent's doing great at acknowledging your board, a turn 3 Thalia is just a naked Thalia. So
Okay.
against removal heavy matchups, at least this is how I do it in Explorer. I'm not sure.
Here's Kithian and Thalia's attack. Let's try.
Oh, you playing this deck in Explorer?
Yeah, I play a ton of mono white in Explorer. Yeah.
It's good.
Mono white, mono red to just grind levels, and then mono black to.
I don't know. I go back and forth on Arena about like, am I ever gonna play that again? Because on the one hand, the economy's so bad.
It's terrible, and historic is terrible, and alchemy is terrible.
Xerxes said,
Explorers-
"Hello, how have you been, Lee?"
It's the card father.
Who is that?
It's Ryan.
Oh yeah, it is Ryan. Hello, Ryan. I've been well. How are you, sir? Xerxes, I like that.
Yeah, he's a
he
good
is
guy.
Xerxes-esque.
All right, I'll go on the play. Ha. 1, 3.
From this position, how do you tell how many people are?
You can't from anything that's on there right
I'm
now. You
good.
could ask Adrian. He's on the thing.
Yeah, it's
You
only
don't count as a viewer because your sound's off. By
a
the way.
couple of people right now. So,
Were
I
you
go.
cosplaying Xerxes? No way. Hit me with some
Are you
photos for sure.
Are you good?
Yes,
Alright.
I'm good.
Hopeful. Go ahead.
Can we see those hands? Can we see that hand?
No,
not
game
for
two.
non-game two.
Ah.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show like this.
Yeah.
Let's see, so 18.
Okay. Adrian, I'm curious. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you.
Un místico élfico.
Yep.
Un paz.
Babi.
Multi-pass.
Multipass.
Thalia.
Sure.
1.
Yeah. Should be at 19, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
No, sorry, you played that on tap, so you're at 17 now.
This is,
Oh, Bloomy Marsh?
yeah,
Yeah, there's not yet. Okay.
cool.
Go ahead. I just want to cheat you of life.
That's
Come on.
fair.
We got a pencil whip, dude. That's the model
Yeah, I don't know.
way, bro. That's the aggro way. We got to get in those extra points.
Yeah.
We can.
Innkeeper.
Yeah. Game that way.
Yes.
What?
You have,
On the draw, you fucker.
you have a,
Get out of us.
yeah, sure. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Good.
Pass.
Draw. Let's brutal the innkeeper.
Sure.
It becomes the day.
Do you have the day night?
I don't.
No.
Where's the token? We made the token.
We made a
Wait,
token. I
yeah,
gave it to you.
Draw day night. Just flip back and forth.
Yeah, we did this once before. We decided this was
Aw.
probably the move.
No artistic effort at all.
That's
for
right,
day?
Lee.
That's right.
A sign
Absolutely.
in the corner, nothing.
We can do a sign in the
A
corner.
sign in the
Yeah.
corner. Come on.
Pretty sad son, my friend.
Yeah, I'm not good at this. That
Wait,
doesn't look
you don't
appropriate.
remember the classic quarter sun in the corner of the 90-degree sun with the as kids?
Yeah.
You don't remember the 90-degree?
I didn't have a childhood. I was
You do a quarter circle in the corner and then you do little rays as for lines. The classic. Get a moon on there. Get a moon
Nice.
on there for night.
Okay, we do what? We do a.
The quarter circle on the corner of the 90 in the corner. So quarter circle.
Oh,
on
okay. I
90.
see, I see. Yeah, okay. So over here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
And then
there's
do
some
little,
lines.
yeah,
Yeah,
boom,
yeah.
and that's the sun.
Okay, and then over here we can do like a crescent move. That's
Yeah,
easy.
do a crescent moon. That's easy.
Okay, we ready for combat?
Yeah, now that Lee made me do effort.
Training trigger. Looking at 4. 2 of its first strike.
I feel like I had more board state. That's
Go beat the
Yeah,
pound.
you're no.
You just
Proud
lost
for
one
16 was
thing.
gone.
okay.
One thing, you cheater.
16.
Go Brad.
You cheating ramper.
The ramp is not cheating.
You're on the draw. You shouldn't be at 6 mana, dude.
I'm at 5 mana.
No, play a land. You're
Okay,
at
then I'll be at
6.
6 mana. That's true.
Here's that Citadel, baby.
You can't because I got Thalia.
Oh yeah, Thalia.
Yeah.
That's another reason why we cut that card here because Thalia attacks.
Yeah. I think that like I'd rather have any removal spell
Yeah.
than Citadel right now.
Yeah.
I think that remains true for a good long while.
So this is an 8 elf
Um,
deck?
yeah, it's 8 dork.
Yep.
Let's see.
I like Lee's commentary. We should have him over more.
We'll play this tapped.
Yep. True story for the people who are watching. Lee was my original test partner for the stream too, so it's always good to see him.
Oh,
It's so much barf.
Yeah, fuck you. You used all of the mana.
Pass.
You get your goat.
I do get a goat. Thank you.
Sir, do you have 2 black? I don't see 2 black. Hold
Treasure.
on, back up. Oh,
Yeah,
treasure,
you
treasure, treasure. Heard that.
I think if we're not playing Citadel, we probably should have cut lands.
Well, or more out.
Combat.
Yeah.
Probably could have just did a trim 4 elves.
Let's see. No trigger.
6? I'll go to 10.
Do we have 8 cards to bring in now? Do you have 2 more cards you could have brought us?
We could have left in 1 Citadel or something.
Second Adeline. Go ahead.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Plus we have mana production for the priest. This thing produces a ton of mana outside of its lands.
Yeah, it does.
Coco?
Yep.
I look at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
It's pretty good.
It's not in random, but I don't think it matters.
You did pay 5, right?
Did pay 5, yeah.
Yep.
Counter. Counter it.
It actually doesn't counter.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't.
doesn't
No,
work
I know,
both sides
I'm
against it,
kidding.
yeah.
It just taxes
Um,
it. Back up. Pay the extra.
We'll sack 2 elves.
Okay.
No, we'll sack elf goat. To make 2 black.
So you get 4 down
Team
here.
gun the team.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gross.
1, 2, 3,
It's good.
4. You. I
Okay.
think.
Not Adeline.
Do you think? I mean, do you
Well, no,
think
because
that
you have-
good? Because
you're
like I
gonna-
shrink her so much if I just
Yeah,
eat your
it's true.
board.
Yeah.
And also, you're going to get your prosecutor
Right.
back.
Plus, that's 3 teams, 4 teams you got to get to her to kill her.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah.
Okay.
2, 3, 1 face.
This gets on the board. You
I
can
get a treasure.
get treasure.
And now I'll use this treasure to
Yeah.
make a woe strider.
Ping.
Yep.
Gain a life.
You get pings from the
Um,
treasure sack.
Yes,
Oh,
you
sick.
get 4 triggers.
Yeah, so let's just
Um,
zap this board down, dude.
there I can't. Nothing's. I get 4.
Yeah, you
You
get
had 1 prior, so yeah, if we would have just focused
I'm at 11.
on GG.
Um,
And then you can still sack stuff to Woe Strider and just like wreck my board.
I don't think there's any reason to do that.
Don't we protect her there, Adrian?
I
That
can't-
third ping, the lethal
Oh.
ping, the lethal ping on Adeline. I
Oh
think.
yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4th ping coming in.
Actually, I'm probably gonna do this off the first ping. So
And
first
force
ping,
action.
I'm going to get a privilege.
So
So
that,
I was
yeah, yeah,
forgetting that Thalia was gone now. I couldn't cast before. So
Sure.
okay, so that's off your.
So all 4 bury in and do nothing.
So yeah,
because they all target correct.
And then I'll pass, I think.
then you can do stuff on my upkeep or just whatever. Draw.
No,
Before draw step.
Okay, so before draw stuff.
no, I don't have anything. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not under any pressure to do so right now.
Okay, fair
Like
enough.
I
You're right.
like
You're right. You're right. Because if you
I'll-
draw
like,
the break, if
at
you draw the
doing,
break,
doing anything here uses my resources to interact with him.
Yeah.
There's no reason to use a bunch of resources like the permanents that I will probably eventually need to race him.
Yeah.
When like my sack outlet next turn is so much better if I just wait.
Yeah. True.
Like if he swings if he swings Adeline, I just block.
And brave here isn't even that backbreaking.
I have 2 Woe Striders, so I can sack
Yeah.
2 Woe Striders if I need to. Like it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna say that this game is yours, even though I have a brave the elements.
I don't think the game is over yet.
I think it's
Yeah.
over.
This game's way over.
This game is way over.
Okay.
Because like your 2 mayhem doubles
Yeah.
are
And
just
2 sack outlets, 3 sack outlets.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's GG.
you can
What's in
also
hand? Do you have more value in hand? I think. Were you empty?
I was hellbent. Yeah. Next cards are Priest, 2 Priest.
okay. So Citadel still.
I think you just want to play Jund
Is
Aristocrats.
it undefeated for the night?
Okay, so now we unsideboard.
Yeah. So can you? There's a in the bottom middle, just on the left there.
So
There's a
the reason
thing
why
called
Ryan I
Jesse
didn't play
Lane.
the Adeline before combat was I was
Double click
holding up the brave the
and
elements
then
as a
change
combat
this
trick.
to 2.
But otherwise, yeah, I would have played the Adeline a lot earlier.
And then, oh, maybe the trick to how to get to 3 more streams this month is that Lee and I play a couple of things.
Oh yeah, that would be.
That would
Lee, you do that, right? You want
Yeah.
Lee come here and play
Jump in,
Magic
jump
with me? You would never.
You guys are really the only people I want to play Magic with.
Oh.
Don't let Ryan hear.
And Xerxes.
So I don't get my Dreadbores.
I want to jump in there. I got some mono black fun.
So what we'll do now is we unsideboard, and then I have to decide like what is my best hand that I could create out of my set.
For mono white.
Yeah, for mono white. So I feel
Sure.
like Thalia is really good. I feel like Adeline's really good. Just gonna start pulling out some cards, and we can just kind of like decide on like what do we. I never saw a Dauntless bodyguard at all. So like in any sort of situation, that kind of sucked.
So I guess the Bolus of Citadel is really just here for like other mid-range decks.
Yeah.
Is that right?
No,
I'm just
I
thinking
feel
about
like
the
you
deck in general.
produce enough stuff that like you can get there. I mean, like, well, also
I'm just
again,
saying, like, if you didn't have Bolus of Citadel and you were thinking about other stuff, I think you could make those cards could be relevant cards in the main. Like, there are cards on the side that I wouldn't mind seeing a couple copies of in the main. If you board the Citadel out. Like, if you just don't main board for Citadel, you do 1 or 0.
yeah, but the whole name of the deck was Jund Citadel.
Sure, fine, great. Now it's Jund Aristocrats.
Yeah, but
Or
that's-
party at Bolus's, weekend at Bolus's.
But we're looking, yeah.
Then Citadel isn't in the name.
I need a one drop. Let's see. What?
I think it's
That's-
probably like Initiate, Aspirant, Cathar. If I could pick any
Cathar's
land,
really good.
yeah, if I could pick any land, it'd be, or any 7 cards, it'd be 3 lands, Initiate, Aspirant, Cathar.
You don't feel like I only put 2 lands in my hand?
No, because you want to guarantee cast the 3 drops. So if we're just going purely off of the best 7 we can have,
Yeah.
we don't want to rely on drawing a land.
Feels bad not having Adeline in the because Adeline's really good.
It is. But
Um,
for this matchup, I think we just want interaction for a Coco deck. You want to get your 2 best cards on the field turn 1 and 2, and then just start interacting with them.
yeah, that's right. So Thalia, 2 brutal Cathars, interaction with your board, and then obviously we'll just draw better stuff.
Yeah.
We'll
Just
Or
Get
maybe,
good.
Maybe you
Just
could
get
replace the Cathar with an Adelaide, but I think for this matchup, you just want to be interacting with this board and pounding him.
I just really do feel like after my third or when I play the brutal Cathar, I want to play Adeline.
I think you probably don't need 3 lands in your start opening hand. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that's what felt like weird.
Okay, yeah.
I have what only
I feel like you just take another 1-drop or 2-drop here.
draw.
Any random
So I
card
have
in the deck.
3 draws before I have to draw something, right?
Draw a land. Yeah. You have 3 draws.
And if you take a 1 or 2-drop, getting delayed another turn isn't the end of the world on a land.
Okay.
Like seeing a land in your opening 4, like this is the same reason. Like right in the where even when I'm like I think Supreme Verdict is required to keep a hand
Mhm.
when I'm sculpting on blue white. Like, I don't show you like 4 lands Supreme Verdict,
Yeah.
2 pieces of interaction. I show you 3 lands Supreme Verdict, 3 pieces of interaction, or 3 lands Supreme Verdict, refill, 2 pieces of interaction, or whatever it is.
Right, but your deck can survive off of
What should
interacting and not guarantee having
What
the
should I
land drop.
build
If this deck
Into for
doesn't
Pioneer,
go
I
with
qualified for the RC. I think Goblins is really good, and we're gonna do a stream on Goblins coming up here this month, probably next week.
That actually might get some really surprised people. People
Yeah.
might be prepared for it.
Otherwise, if you have a style of deck that you feel most comfortable with adjacent human, then I think that the power level is flat enough that even if you take a deck that isn't the best deck, if you've got some reps in it and it's a comfortable archetype for you,
Right.
like I don't think blue white's the best deck in the format, but it's what I like to play. And
Blue White's gonna get you there too. Like it could win.
yeah. Like, and it's a certain amount of going to a big tournament like that is just going, we'll see who I get matched up against.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I've definitely heard of people like taking decks that they know will do really well in the X1 and X2 bracket because they know that like eventually that's where you end up in the course of a day.
If you're really good at Lotus Field like has been placing really well in paper.
Yeah.
So,
Rakdos mid range is doing really well. Mono Green Devotion, like your 3 like super spiky answers, I feel are Rakdos mid range because I don't think it has terrible matchups. Blue white control for the same reason, and mono green devotion for the same reason.
Yeah.
Right, like because anybody that sits down across from you has to have a way that they win against that deck, and that's a great place to be at a long tournament like that. I also think there's a lot to be said for take goblins and
Yeah.
go home happy
So-
and like don't be losing things in the middle of the day because you're on your 8th fucking round of going to time.
If you want like a deck suggestion, then look at our Architect, look for goblins. Take out the 3 Ember Cleave and the 1 Goro Goro and put in all 4 of the Runebelt Hordemaster.
Yeah, the 2-drop lord.
And I think you'll get there because like when we played it against like even control and whatnot, like just restocking your hand is unbelievable.
Adjacent human, when is your tournament?
Plus budget too. You have to consider budget.
I'm gonna assume that if they're going to a regional, then
budget's not an issue.
then they can beg, borrow, or steal enough cards to put together any of these decks, or that they're a competitive Magic grinder and they have enough binder or collection or whatever to make or
Get
borrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I realized the other day that I actually met Xerxes 4 years ago because I had some modern, like someone was going to a modern PTQ and I knew them from work, and they were like, or I think they were going to the Pro Tour and it was a modern, and they were like, I need a modern deck. I'm like, I have like Jeskai Control or Jeskai Geist, and they're like, that's probably like 80% of what I want to be playing, and they were like, can I borrow these cards out of that deck? I'm like, yeah, sure, great. And I was hanging out with them and ended up at Xerxes' place, like getting cards, right? So the point is, there are enough people in communities. Did you cut this already?
You can shut down.
That you can borrow cards or decks. If you have time to hang out, Adjacent Human, we'd be happy to talk to you about it after the stream, or if you want to reach out to us on social or email or anything like
I also
that.
think I have goblins on me. You can just appreciate
Yeah, I mean, the Architect link is better than displaying it out on the table. You're on the play, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and Adjacent Human, if you're in the Colorado area, let us know and we can see what we can do to help out in a lot of ways, play
Right.
testing, that kind of stuff.
Okay. You get.
No, you don't. Your collection's teeny tiny.
You finally draw like.
I think this is not good. Yeah,
Okay.
I think this is not good. It's like
With
no ramp, no interaction, no payoff,
Just like change out the core bolt for like one
Oh,
door.
yeah.
and I feel pretty good about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no.
I'm surprised that you're like meh with the deck and you're like the 2 decks we played against, 2-0, 2-0. It's just and I
think that the blue-white matchup is better for blue-white than it looks there. And I think that just because mono-white humans doesn't have a great line against this deck doesn't mean that I feel that's true about the mono-red deck, the goblin deck, mono-white humans is the fastest and has the least resilience, right?
So
The mono-red deck, like the Spellslinger mono-red that's got a little prowess sub-theme, can interact with you. The blue-red fast decks can interact with you. And it doesn't take much interaction, I feel, to really just turn off a lot of the game plan here.
So looking at like a Playing Pioneer, which is like how I do tiers, both mono white humans and blue white controller right now are tier A decks.
Doesn't mean they can't have bad matchups.
Yes, but so like that means the tier A's means that you'll face them more often than other decks. Like in the
Typically, yeah,
yeah.
sure, but like there's a lot of, if you add up all the other decks that can interact with this thing and pressure it, right? Because the issue with blue white was that I didn't when I had enough interaction, I didn't have enough claw.
But that's because I also stuck a Bolus Citadel and I kept on bringing in pieces that you can
Right, but Bolus Citadel is worthless if you don't have if you are on a clock. It is worth less. Maybe not worthless, but really not great. I'm gonna keep this and see how I ought to get punished. I have to throw him back. Is that right?
Yeah, you gotta throw
I'm
them.
gonna throw Bolus Citadel back because it's not happening in a 1-lane hand.
Okay. With a 1-man in. Okay, cool. Helpful initiate, go ahead. At least you got that door,
I'm gonna
right?
play this on green and play a dork.
Yeah.
The pass.
Castle Ardenvale, which means I didn't get punished. Thalia, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, you gain a life. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Ooh, mutavaults. Let's get the innkeeper. Let's go to.
Are you sure you want the innkeeper and not just stone raid?
What do you think, Lee? Do you think I
You've seen me miss a drop.
Stomp him. Yeah,
Sorry.
kill the elf. Kill
Okay.
the elf for sure.
then train? So you're looking
Especially
at
he spent his treasure to go straight into an elf. He's definitely like
Yeah. Go. Who is this really good?
Not really, because I don't have any way to
Oh,
interact
that's right.
with you and put things in graveyards. Go ahead.
So I think you're right. I think I am actually going to take this turn, also today, to Brutal Cathar your Scavenging Ooze.
Yep. Or the elf.
I think the Ooze right now is the worst because he's gonna block. He's gonna start eating things with it.
Well, he doesn't have an effective block. So even if he does block,
Yeah, I don't.
even if he does block, and he starts eating it, you still have Cathar to come in and clean him up whenever it does matter. Adeline puts more pressure on the field right now, and he's not going to block with. You just don't attack with the Cathar, and he's not going to block with on the initiate or the Dahlia.
Yeah.
So you just get a free attack there, and then you just curate pressure. He kills your token with
Okay.
the Scavenging Ooze, but then next turn you come in and clean up the Scavenging Ooze, and you have a way better board. Yeah, I think this is way more aggressive, and there's no way he recovers from this.
Okay.
I can hit a black source. I'm not in the worst place, but yeah. It's not
Alright,
good.
so I do attack. When I do attack, I do produce like one human that is tapped and attacking.
Are you? Does
So-
this have to attack or no?
No, it says when you
It's
attack.
sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'll block the 1/1.
Yeah.
And I'll take 4. What was that? 16 or was it 17? 16 or 17?
What's the die on right now on stream?
It's on 17.
Okay, so I go to 13.
Cool. Alright, go for it. Gain a life.
14. Pass.
I do feel like I take the Scavenging Ooze right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
Yeah, then I should be able to.
G to G
Yeah.
there, because
Yeah, I'm also gonna try to
Adeline
hit
is
the
just pounding. Yeah, plus bricking on the land there.
So you're
Well,
saying
we're
I
not
can
going
win
there. We're not going
if you only draw or you only have one land.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that either of these matchups is as bad as they look on camera. I think that this matchup is not bad for this deck. I think this matchup is great for this deck post board, but pre board I think you have enough dead cards that it's not awesome. I think that I don't know. Deck fine. Deck not.
Deck fine!
Deck
Yes! I'm
Deck-
gonna take it!
Deck,
Deck fine!
Deck not good. Deck
Deck
Oh,
fine!
come on!
Deck
Now he's
fine.
backpedaling again.
Now I'm gonna
Deck
take it.
fine.
Deck
No,
fine.
deck not.
How about deck okay?
No.
Deck okay.
No. Deck fine.
Deck okay is a high mark.
Yeah, deck like so. I want to go back to something I said pretty early on here, right? Like I think that our baseline is Turbo Titan.
Yeah.
Turbo Titan, even without the combo, plays a Titan relatively early. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have any ramp.
I think I would rather play this deck over Turbo Titan. Because there's so much recursion from the graveyard, there's so much scry, there's so much ability, there's a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff in that.
You have more
Turbo
lines.
Titan really the gatekeeper? I don't know.
I don't think it's the gatekeeper. I just think it's like the baseline.
Yeah, it's kind of like a run of the mill. Like it can either do awesome or it can
I mean, right. So like Bant Flash, the reason Bant Flash and Angels are not don't see more play is because they're expensive. It's not because they're not better than decks that are seeing more play, right?
More pressure
Like-
to build.
Yeah. What's humans? What's goblins? What's mono red?
Right.
What's blue?
Uh,
Mono blue
humans
spirit.
200 compared to 5.
6.
Jund was like
Yeah, we're
Green
spending
white
what,
angels in
50?
paper is 650.
Blended is what, $50?
Yeah. So like green white angels in paper is like $650. Bant Flash in paper is like $600.
Yeah.
And if you have $600, you're gonna build a thing that's never gonna get blanked by a single banning.
Right.
You're gonna build you're gonna be a person who's played Magic a lot, and you're gonna be wanting to build a blue based control list or a Jund mid range list, which just happens to not play green in this format. Right.
I mean, either of
Like-
those two first decks you named would be fine too. Wouldn't have to worry about getting a banned card.
Right, because there's enough. There's the pool's deep enough that okay, one card got banned, great. All my matchups half my matchups went down 5%, whatever. Whereas like, and I don't think that's factoring into people's calculus. I think it's just that people like to play Jund and they like to play Grixis or Jeskai or whatever the fuck they want to play. Whatever blue based control deck they want to play, right? And I think that that's as much of a reason as any that blue-white control and Rakdos mid-range, Rakdos sacrifice are big decks. Aristocrats, Jund mid-range, blue-white control. I mean, these are the greatest hits of the album, right?
Yeah.
So then you've got some aggressive decks, and it's just hard to justify paying like mid-range control money where people feel like their skill matters more for decks that are less that don't like the long game as much, and that's true of Bant Flash doesn't like long game as much as blue white, right? Like it's still fine, and green white Angels doesn't love the long game against control. So we look at that like money is not the reason people aren't playing this deck. I'm sure it's an expensive deck to build.
It is the land base and with everything. It's
And
really expensive.
maybe if it was a significantly cheaper deck, more people would play it. But I don't think that the money is most of the reason. I think that most of the reason is that there's just other better stuff to be doing at every phase of the game than it's doing. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you're all now. It does have a lot of lines. That's nice, but I don't know. I mean, we come back to like the gun to your head. What are you taking to the RCQ?
Tried and true, tested, control, black.
Well,
white,
no,
mid-range.
He's taking Bant Flash.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm taking blue
Flash.
white. What are you taking, Lee?
I only have one deck.
No,
Yeah, money, no object.
one
no,
deck. I don't have enough reps recently in the format. If this mono black deck that I've been playing and testing could put up some numbers, I might take that. But probably red or green, mono red or mono green.
Yeah.
Probably mono green. Just because it fits my play style.
Mono-
And honestly, if you're new to a format, I think you go with something that is more like you said initially.
Yeah.
Something that fits your play style. It's
And
going
that's-
to be better than something that's good.
And adjacent human, if you have 150, if you got if you're all through standards, all through all that stuff, you've been playing Aristocrats deck, your choices are this and other. And there's a question, right? What makes this deck better than Cat Oven Combo?
Well, yeah, that's
Cat Oven Combo is the established
Jund
Jund
Cat.
sacrifice list, right?
I feel like
What makes this deck better than Rakdos Sacrifice?
the Woe Strider really does. The Catacomb Cipher was really neat for it. Just
So, Woe Strider is a Viscera Seer with recursion. And it's like
the
bigger
collect-
body.
The collecting company is really nice. I mean, so like those are all things that that Jund Sack doesn't run because it's just running
Yeah, Croco's really nice.
one.
Jund
and two
Sack
drops.
isn't on Coco.
No.
That's surprising.
I thought it's called for golden Cocos.
It runs the anvil sometimes.
Oh,
it
'cause
runs
it's on, it has oven, so its
Yeah.
creature count is a lot lower, so it can't
Yes.
max out on.
Yeah. It steals your creatures, just that kind of stuff.
Good
So
claim.
yeah, it's just 1 and 2 drops.
So what is the green?
The green, plenty of things. So like it has Flex Company, it's got Catacomb Scepter, it has.
Didn't we just say it was
Wait,
Coco?
has all the
I thought you
doors.
said it wasn't a Coco.
Oh no, it's like the Rakdos Sacrifice is not a jump deck. It's just red
Okay,
black.
so but,
Right.
but the Jund sacrifice includes Coco along with the
There is no jump sacrifice.
There's green. Is cat oven just green black?
It's just red black.
Just red black.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some
I
explorer
mean, maybe
variants
the
there.
real question is, what if we just play green in cat oven and play Coco?
There's some variants on Explorer that perform pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like what they're doing is they're just keeping their card count so low to keep like 18, 19, 20 max land for the deck, and that's kind of like what because they're just running 1 and 2 drops for a Rakdos sack.
Sure.
I
I
do
mean,
have cat.
like-
I meant to pop it up at some point. We just like Rakdos mid range has been so popular to
Yeah.
watch, and I
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
take for all those cards and transfer it over.
Yeah, I guess my real question is like, what if instead of the Citadel, right? I think that's my primary problem.
You just don't like the city.
It's like a 6 mana do nothing card some of the time. I don't know. I guess it plays cards off the top, and that's great. But you have Coco. Is that not enough card advantage for you people?
No, like,
Oh.
And it could potentially be a 6 mana do nothing if you're just sitting with the land on top. You just tap
No,
it.
you could play the land.
No, but if you pay your 6 land and then play the Citadel, you can't
Well,
play the land.
Yeah.
Ideally, you play it without a land drop, yes, so you can at least cycle through
Yeah,
one
sure,
and
but not really.
Yeah,
You've
not really.
played it already. Yeah. And it's 4 black or 3 black.
3 black.
3 black. I don't know. Like, what happens if we just make room for some interaction? What happens if we just make room for a cat oven? Like, what happens? Like, I don't know. That's my complaint with it. Is just like the Bolas' Citadel seems like sideboard tech, not mainboard tech. I think it's fine to play an Aristocrats deck and have a sideboard plan. That would be my advice, I guess, if somebody was like, oh, this deck, because really at the end of the day, you want to play the deck that's interesting to you.
Mm-hmm.
You'll put reps in. This deck is capable of winning tournaments. It's fine. I don't think it's the one that I would want to take. I don't think it's the one that you should take in a vacuum. But if you really enjoy Collected Company and Aristocrats, this is the move. This is the deck that plays both of those things. My encouragement would be playtest what happens if you put the Bolas' Citadel on the sideboard and you play some interaction in the main. Or even just some plain old card draw. Like, just like sign in blood or something. Like, or read the bones is legal. It's a
Well,
great
you
card.
can also like Lee was saying earlier, run Karn instead,
Yeah.
and have like 1 Citadel on the side, and then have like all sorts of other
Yeah.
answers and stuff
Well,
like that.
let's talk about that idea for a second, right? So Karn, we can play it on 3
Mhm.
reliably.
Easy.
You can get a land. You can get like the treasure. You can get the indestructible artifact land.
What are Karn Great Creators modes?
Pick
Um,
up, make a creature equal to the converted mana cost of the artifact.
Yeah.
Target artifact becomes a
Okay.
creature. So it's our CMC.
Its state-based abilities your opponents can't activate. Artifacts.
No artifact.
That's not irrelevant.
No,
Right.
it's never not irrelevant.
It's tick
That's
down from
good
5
against mono green.
tutors
Yes,
from the.
someone's playing mono green against you,
And you
can't
slam
activate
it, and they go
bolas. So
right, and you slam Karn instead, and you're like, okay, now neither of us gets to have fun with our sideboard in this game. Now that's the real problem, right? I think the deck needs access to some sideboard cards to win the game, which means that we're not trying to go mono green where we only have like 6 slots left. And there's also a bunch of things in that tech that aren't really good. Like we don't need Chainmail, we don't need
Yeah, your card
we
board
don't
can
need
be
the
a lot
spear.
smaller.
Although the spear's probably pretty good against aggro, which I still
Shadow
think
Spear
is
is in
not.
every card board.
Yeah, I still think it's not good. I think this deck is not strong against aggro.
well, then the card gives you access to Sky Sovereign, and you're
Yeah.
easily able to crew it.
It gives you Sky Sovereign, it gives you Spear, like it gives you options that I think otherwise aren't available. That would be my encouragement. If you're interested in this list, try running 3 Karn Great Creators in the main, and look to add some other thing. Maybe even 4 Karn Great Creators, since you're basically just going to down tick it, and then kill it.
Mm-hmm.
But then the question becomes like, why is the other thing other than Karn sideboarding that you're doing better than Mono Green? If we take Karn out of the equation entirely, Mono Green is a better deck, right? It's going to perform better. If neither one gets to play Citadel or Karn,
Mhm.
Is there any doubt that like Cavalier of Thorns is a better Magic card than whatever it is, Woe Strider? And like if that's the question, that's fine. But I don't
So
know.
you're basically saying it's probably just a worse card deck.
Yeah, and I think that playing Karn over Citadel feels good. And if you're playing Karn and the goal is to do some jank with Karn, why are you not playing?
Mono.
Because you have because the main deck that you're playing, I guess at that point is an aristocrats deck and not a mono green deck. So if that's a more interesting deck to you, then I think it's fun. Deck fine. Deck not poised to disrupt the format.
It does feel like it is cruising down the lane doing creature things, and then it's just like, oh, Citadel, and it just like takes this crazy path to this other card, and
Yeah.
even Karn would feel like the same thing. You're playing
But at
this
least
Coco
like
deck, and then you're just like,
Karn like gives you more options.
Mhm.
I feel like a lot of the time when you resolve Citadel in this deck, you're just not going to have 10 permanents. 10
so we're
knowledge.
just a weaker aristocrats deck and a weaker Karn deck. We're trying to take
I
two
don't know, I think that
elements of
Coco's
both.
really good, right? Like, so the question is like, okay, let's assume for a moment that we think there's cards that are better to play than Coco. Are they in just black green? Because the rest of the shelf feels good.
I don't.
The
think
red,
there's-
I think the Hellstrider is really good too.
I don't think there's anything better than Collected Company for this deck since you have so many 3
There might not be a better Magic card in the format, frankly.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is there what other cards are underwhelming in the deck? Are there cards that are underwhelming in the deck?
We have cards that are there for specific reasons, like the Innkeeper is there to kind of like tick up your life and also produce another permanent,
Yeah.
which okay, so
If you had Karn, would you need Innkeeper?
um,
I would argue no. So now you've cut 4 Citadels and 4 Innkeepers. You're 4 Karns in. What other 4 cards can we be playing that are good? There's got to be some token generation. Play the Ghoul Caller. Why the hell not?
well, not Gruel Caller. You'd play the what's the 3-drop that every time you have a land drop, you you make a clue.
Or you
Oh,
can play
Tyler
Champion. You play Champion of the
Tyler
Perished.
Striker. Champion of the Parish is illegal.
Champion of the Perished.
Oh, Parish, yeah,
Yeah,
that
The
one's
zombie grower.
Yeah.
Well, you might as
or
well play
the
the
Ghoul
evolved
Caller.
one.
Like that's a 3 mana mega thing to sack every
Yeah.
turn. Feels okay.
I feel like
You could. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just a weak sacrifice deck.
yeah.
We're just a weaker version. We're
I think
we're playing
Telling the
suboptimal
more,
cards.
I think that there's a lot of value in Coco and the Red Black Devil, and just letting you get to 2 of those quickly feels really good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that like Bolus's Citadel and then like haha 20 you from nowhere is like I think it's
I
cute.
won. It was so fun.
If I like honestly, if I was gonna just
And it's fine against control. But if you had just had the intermediate step of Karn go get the thing, would it have changed your life?
Mhm.
No.
Plus, we're not in a full-in sacrifice strategy. We don't have cat oven. There isn't. It's just like
Sure.
it has some sacrifice elements.
Oh,
So
I mean
we're just-
every
it's
other
just a giant-
other thing is a sacrifice outlet or a thing that gives value when you sack and makes 2 bodies, or a dork, which are great sack fodder. Like if we had lingering souls in the format, the question would be why are we not playing Mardu, right?
Right.
But that's not,
Here's
or
the
like Abzan, but
here's
that's not
the-
what we're at.
other thing. Should we be playing for Corval instead?
I don't hate that answer. I don't think 4 is right, but I can see 2 for sure.
Yeah, because
I think you've got a decent amount of velocity.
Yeah, because you have easy sacrifice things, and it generates draw. It's really nice.
Yeah.
So,
I could see 2 or 3 Corval. I could see something that generates more tokens, just so that we have better, so that our sack outlet plan becomes better, so that we're seeing more cards,
Yeah.
so that we're drawing more cards, whatever it is, right? Yeah, I don't know what good token generation there is in Giant. That's like repeatable or generates really wide or whatever the mojo there is.
well, the what was the one guy?
The tireless tracker.
Tyler's tracker. Every land drop a clue, right? Wasn't that right? Yeah. So that's really good.
Yeah.
You sacrifice a clue and it gets +1/+1. It's also a great Coco target.
It's 3 mana.
3 mana, so it's great
Okay.
Coco.
I'm gonna come back to this one more time. Why not the Ghoul Caller that makes a decayed zombie every turn? As long as you don't have another decayed zombie, get a decayed zombie.
It is guaranteed sacking.
It's 3 mana, so you can hit it with. It might even be
It's
2
2
mana.
mana. It's a 2
It's
mana.
2 mana, so you can hit it with Coco. You can play it early. You can play it. You could go like do nothing on 1, it on 2, or you could go elf, it, and priest. Sack the decay thing in the elf. Draw a card, make 2 black.
That would be 4 mana. They're both 2 drops. So you couldn't do them both.
No, I'm saying 3. Sorry, on 3.
On 3. So you just Ghoul Caller on 3. Alpha on 1.
No. Elf into Ghoul Caller, and then on 3 because the Ghoul Caller also makes the decay token at the end step.
Right.
And then in a grind, in a control matchup, you're just like decayed creature, decayed creature, and they have to answer this thing. You don't have to commit anything else to the board, really. That and like one of the 2/3s, like that's enough pressure
Mm-hmm.
because you can swing it too into the control matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's play that deck. That sounds better than Citadel. That's my complaint, is that just Citadel feels slow and clunky and uninteresting. As a piece of sideboard tech, I like it.
So you are essentially pioneering the Jund sacrifice. So maybe we should make a Jund sacrifice list that's just Jund sac that doesn't have Bolas Citadel. That has like.
I think both, again, I think 2 of in the sideboard is fine. Or
Yeah.
1 of in the sideboard and Karn. Sick.
Honestly, it just needs Corvold and Coco. Doesn't even need Karn.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of pure sack.
If you're just a pure sacrifice deck, just because if you're a Coco deck, the more non-Coco targets we have.
Is there an artifact we can go get that generates a bunch of tokens?
I don't think so.
Not in Jund.
We would want Oven if we're a sacrifice deck.
You
If
got-
we're a pure sacrifice
you got
deck,
the
you want Oven
wand.
cat.
The wand gives you a token, like it allows you to set. Is it exile or destroy? Destroys. I can't remember if it destroys your own permanent or destroys your own stuff or your only opponents. But there's the wand that does that, and they get a goat.
I gotta get him out of his own ear. Don't you be digging at your ear. Cleaning it up.
Feel good. All right, so we're at 2.5 hours in. So
Okay.
we said deck interesting with many possible changes.
I don't think this is the move. I think there's a shell here that's interesting. I think Bolas' Citadel is not the way to get that payoff. And I think that part of that is just that like there's no compelling argument that I can see where you don't just play Karn instead and go get the Bolas' Citadel on turn 5 or 6. Turn 4 even.
Yeah.
If you power out the Karn on 2 or 3, on 3,
Yeah.
and you go grab the Citadel and you slam that, like it's just better.
Okay, so we'll look at. We want to revisit.
I would revisit this deck.
Possible reiterations that is not Citadel. Is more is Citadel inside possible.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you can, I think there's a shell there for just a mid-range, a good mid-range Abzan deck that curves out to Citadel.
I think the reds. I think
curves out to Citadel.
the red's important. I think that the demon that pings when you sacrifice, having 2 of that guy is the best thing we can be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Just like straight up, I think having 2 of that guy before you've had to sack your whole board to find them is.
Yeah, he's really good. He's
Yeah,
a very expensive uncommon. He's like $6.
Sure. Is he really?
Yeah, and he's like the big reason why you're running red. So
Yeah. I think it's worth doing. I don't know.
I mean, there's a good sacrifice list.
We can keep looking at it.
Yeah.
I don't have the interest particularly in tuning it myself, but if somebody out there is like, "Oh, this deck looks sweet," there's a half a dozen ideas of how to tune it, and get back to us. Let us know. We'll have it on again. I'm not trying to spend the time myself to figure it out.
for sure. So you want to raid then?
Yeah, let's raid.
Okay.
I think there's a tournament that usually goes on in like Indianapolis or something. Or, Lee, have a seat. Let the folks at home see it.
You want to play a game? Where do you have to go?
Yeah, I've got get up at 5. Yep, this is Lee. Hi, Lee. So, guys, thank you, everyone. A couple people that are still on sticking out with us. We're going to read you to another thing, and
Yeah, just not.
yep. So we should be bringing do a revisit with the gauntlet. Whenever we revisit a deck, we're going to try gauntleting the deck, which means that we'll have a bunch of decks up, and you guys will vote in the moment on those decks to face off against this time goblins with for the new lords. I want to play it early just in case it turns tier 1 and we're not able to play it anymore. It just becomes a meta deck that we have to play. I want to play it, before he does that.
It seems like maybe the store that would be doing the Pioneer thing is doing a Dominaria draft instead. Maybe
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Find a random streamer 0B.
Pioneer. Well, let's just go to the lowest viewed Pioneer. Second lowest. How do I rate? Let's see. Get started. Ready? Let's see. We do it in chat. Interesting.
Oh, is that a chat command?
Yeah. That's fine. Give me one more second, chat. We'll have you off to the races here. Ourselves.
This ain't great. That's that's a lot of fun.
Channel. Oh, jeez. Channel. There it is. Slash.
So at this point, it's just me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Everyone else failed.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll be better next time. Sorry, folks.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining in. We'll see you next time.